right. I think I'm live. Is it the let me see what the audio's coming through as. Cool ZV1. Let me pull up the chat here as well. Starting a few minutes late. Give me a second. Can we see? Can we see? Can we see? Is it streaming? Is it streaming? Is it streaming? I can't honestly tell. It looks like it's black. Is it black to everybody else? Hold on. Rebooting. Hey, are you guys able to see me? Is this coming through? Can you hear me? Hello from Sweden. Hello. Yeah, no glass this time. Dragon. Hello, fellow Clayton. Let me make sure I'm not flashing my shipping address anywhere here. Yeah, loud and clear. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Listen, I was so excited to do a live stream. I was going to be doing, obviously this, we're going to be doing this here. What I was really excited to try out and get working are, I bought these tiny, look at this little, it's like a little camera. It looks like a little movie camera. And what this is it's a wireless streaming camera that can do 1080p streaming, connects to your mobile phone. It has, I had 3 of them so that I can do cool, like a top down, straight on like this, or maybe at an angle, or I can handhold one, move it around for you guys. It has mics built into it. I'm sure the audio is horrible on these things, but actually, you can even focus. I didn't realize that you could potentially focus this. I don't know if they're actually focusing or not. But the problem is they suck. Yeah, this was a Kickstarter campaign. It's the first Kickstarter project where I ever feel like I've gotten kind of scammed on. So, yeah, I'll be doing a full video on these. I'm going to give it some more tests and see if I can get it up and running. I recently joined their Discord, or a bunch of users that have also purchased these. Lots of issues with it. And it's, you know, I got the product. The product looks great. The build quality is amazing on this, but it comes down to actually being able to use it, and you can't get it to connect and display the feed, and I don't know. It was weird. I had a option in the app to connect this directly to my YouTube channel, but yeah, I'm not doing that. I'll connect this to my computer and go through OBS. I'm not, whatever this app is, I'm not giving them like my token key to my YouTube channel. Hey everybody, yeah, we are not doing a giveaway. Sorry, the folks over at Elegoo have been, everybody like in China's on like holiday for the past 10 days. I think they're back this week. So this literally just showed up, so I figured let's unbox it together. And it's Friday evening. I don't have anything better to do, so let's get this thing unboxed and set up and see if we can get a print going on it. I have a print that just finished on the Neptune 4 Max, which I'm excited to show. Trying to get a video going for that. The challenge that I'm having with that machine is that it's so big. Everything, even though it prints fast, I'm still printing big things, and it still takes, you know, a good amount of time for these things to print because it's a big hefty machine. Ipaku, stop, man. Yeah. Also, nice try. Thanks, brother. Also, I wanted to quickly say thank you to everybody that joined the other night when I did the streaming with Pooch Repcord when we were here the other night, and some of you folks were way too generous and totally did not need to do that, but donated a bunch to me to get some actual proper tools. And it just so happens that I have you know, one of the rotary saws here. Not a rotary saw. What is this? I can't remember the name of this thing off the top of my head here. But I got a big DeWalt kit, and I'm amazed. The big thing that was to me is every time I go to use the drill, it's like insane how much more powerful it is compared to the drill that I've had for years now. That, you know, the battery lasts maybe 15 minutes. At best, 20 minutes, maybe on a good day. The DeWalt, man, it's just insane how powerful that drill is. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm putting this away before I hurt myself. I will not be power tooling and streaming, that's for sure. I don't pay enough attention as it is here. Yeah, reciprocating saw. Thank you. A rip saw. Yeah, Derek debating on ordering this. I'm very excited about the Neptune 4 Plus. I'm actually potentially more excited about the Plus than I am the Max. The Plus is, like, build volume wise, is perfect for just about every single helmet that you're going to want to print. The Max is just like the 3 Max. The challenge with the 3 Max is it's so huge and finding a spot for it, like a proper spot for it. So the only place that I've been able to find for the 3 Max is on the ground. I don't have a shelf big enough to support it. But the Plus, it's a perfect size. So we'll get running with this here. Yeah, I'm not Jeff. I'm not gonna definitely not gonna be using the saw to open this, even though did I post that thumbnail? I can't remember what my thumbnail was for the stream. I had a thumbnail where I was using the saw on, not using it, but acting like I was gonna use it. Let me put the shady Kickstarter cameras away and we will unbox this. I'm still very bitter about those cameras. I have faith that in due time, maybe the software will be updated where it will properly support it. But yeah, this is the Neptune 4 Plus, which if you're confused on the many different Elegoo printers, which I think a lot of folks are because there's so many different ones coming out here continuously, that this is the newest iteration. So the 4 series of printers are the faster bed slingers. So this is still the bed slinger design, which means the bed is going to move back front to back here. And this should allow you to print some fairly large things pretty quickly here compared to the version 3s of the 3D printers, as well as they're pretty dang affordable for what you're getting here. So I'm excited to get this out of the box and get something unboxed here and up and running with y'all. This one did not have a bunch of filament attached to it. I did get a whole... Oh, hold on. I have something really cool to show you. So Elegoo sent me some of their new fast PLA, and they have a new green for their rapid PLA, and I am loving how vibrant this green is. A lot of the green filaments that are out there are like a dull green almost. This is almost a neon green. So it's a fantastic, vibrant green, and just loving this. I hope they make some more colors like this, and yeah, I'm excited to check them out. But those faster PLAs are supposed to be designed to print better with a lot of these new fast 3D printers that everybody's rolling out with here. So, of course, I don't have my garbage can next to me. I'm so not prepared. But yeah, we got some basic instructions. I've got the manual here that I'll be going through. Some mounting stuff here. This should be fairly similar to the 4 Max in terms of all of the different things that are on there. And then here is the fan system. So I know this was, a lot of people were curious about the Neptune 3 Max as well. So on the Neptune 4 Max as well. So here on the 4 Plus and then the 4 Max, it's just 2 large fans versus the Neptune 4 and the Neptune 4 Pro, which have 4 smaller fans on the back there. So this helps everything just printing in order here. Yeah, how long ago did you order the Neptune 4 Plus? Yeah, I didn't order, if you didn't know or didn't see. Yeah, this is a sponsored stream by Elegoo. They kindly send me some cool stuff to show off to everybody. And I like to print some cool stuff with it. And, oh my goodness. This is crazy packed in here. Hold on. There's one thing that these, companies like Elegoo have gotten so good with packing their 3D printers and these compact boxes. Okay, so here's the vertical frame that we'll be installing. Keep in mind, I talk a lot because I'm on stream here with you guys and trying to read chat and whatnot, so it'll take me a good bit longer to install this than it normally would for yourself when you're just standing there and plugging away at this. So this should we'll hopefully get this done relatively quickly because I want to get a print going, unlike the last Neptune stream we did where I wasn't able to get a print going for this. Let's see, I've got a control unit here as well. Oh, and I need to pop the chat out here. Can anybody recommend, does anybody here in the chat do live streaming or know of live streaming and have suggestions on, is there like a chat application that I could be using to better see the YouTube chat, or do I just use the built-in chat there? Can I test how loud the fans are? Oh, we will be checking out how loud the fans are. I'm sure they're going to be pretty loud. But there was actually on the Neptune 4 Max, there is non-advertised are some cool things like input shaping. So on the table here, I was able to run those tests to help reduce some of the sounds that are coming from the 3D printer as it's printing. I believe after doing a firmware update as well, it also took care of some of the fan noise. Like it's still loud, but it didn't seem as loud, but I could be entirely wrong. Yeah, Jeff in the chat here knows more about all that. He actually helped me with the firmware update, which is cool. Hold on, let me pop this chat out here. YouTube chat is kind of rough. Yeah, man, YouTube chat is very rough, and I'm just dealing with, I don't have anything special in here. I'm just popping this out so I can zoom in and see it a little bit better, larger on screen. Let me just do there. Chris, what up, dude? Thanks for joining the other night. Actually, I see a bunch of names in here that were on here the other night. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I was so happy. So I went out the next day after the other stream with Pooch and found an amazing DeWalt kit of tools and purchased that and used those donations. So thank you all for everybody that donated for that. It was totally not necessary, but went a little above and beyond what was donated and got a crazy kit of 7 tools, 2 batteries, the charger. I was really on the hunt for one that had the orbital sander as well, since I'm always doing a bunch of sanding, and I've never had a a battery sander. I've always been, tethered by a power cord, so I'm excited about that in itself. So, yeah, but what's cool about the Plus is, so it's obviously it's bigger than the standard Neptune 4, but it's much more manageable. I can easily fit this on the table here. I can angle this if I want to. My table is 2 feet deep or 24 inches and can angle this a bunch of different ways. I can move it forward, move it back. The bed's gonna obviously slide forward and back a bit here. I do not have my ruler over here. I'm doing a bunch of construction work in one of the other rooms, so apologies on that. So I can't get the measurements for you guys here offhand. How big of a table do you need for the printer to be stable, and how much free space do you need to be not be blocked? Yeah, I mean, it's about this wide. I'm sorry. Apologies. Maybe once I get this set up, maybe I'll run to the other room and grab the ruler that I have, not ruler, measuring tape, and we'll get it properly measured out here and see just how long this is. Who makes my table? My table is a Home Depot, I think it's a Husky table, and it's got legs that are height adjustable, and I've got it up to almost the highest option because I like my tables to be kind of waist high when I'm making videos, but obviously not necessary for everyday use, but it's pretty nice to have it up high. I'll deal with this here in just a second. I'm just trying to get some of these things going. But it is Friday night and I'm super excited. After the stream is over, I'm going to be heading home and watching the latest Loki episode that just dropped, Loki season 2 with my son. We are super excited about that. So we have been waiting and excited to catch that tonight. What is about this wide and Elegoo's per Uncle Jesse's squared? The what? The what? Oh no, Rick, Stan. I don't know. Rick, I don't know if I saw the other video, but I'll be on the lookout for it and see. Dave, thank you for posting the dimensions of the Neptune 4 Plus. I should have the. Give me 1 second here. You know what I should do is also do this. Hold on. Affiliate link. I have to, legalities here. I'm supposed to pen these things as well. There we go. So if you're interested in the Neptune 4 Plus, I just penned a link in the chat. And yeah, I need to check on this as well because I cannot remember. Yeah, it's 320. 320 by 320 on the X and Y, and 385 vertically. Again, I think just like the Neptune 4 Max, we're losing a little bit of the vertical height because of the potentially the larger extruder, or maybe the fans. I'm not entirely sure of the reasoning, but it is slightly shorter than the Neptune 3 versions of those printers. So let's just get through. We got our bags of tools here that I'm going to open up here. I can't believe I did not bring my garbage can over. And it's in the other room, and wasn't thinking. Oh, nice. Okay, so this also has Wi-Fi built into it, and I'm assuming it's going to function the exact same as the Neptune 3 Max. One thing that I feel like Elegoo has not mentioned that is such an amazing feature of the Neptune 4 Max and the Neptune, I'm assuming is going to be the same on the Neptune 4 Plus here, is the Wi-Fi connectivity. It's super easy to set up. So I connect it to my network here. It's just like select what network, type in the password. It's going to give you your IP address. You go onto your computer, type in the IP address, and you get the whole Clipper interface there. And it is so fast to upload files directly from your computer to the printer. I'm kind of in awe of how fast it is able to upload, and I wish a lot of the other 3D printers that I have that have Wi-Fi and network connectivity would actually transfer that fast. Because some of these files, I mean, you're printing big things and they're going to generate really large G-code files, like 200 plus meg G-code files potentially. And I want those to be able to transfer relatively quickly here. So, and it does a fantastic job so far with that. Let me pull this up. Hey, STL Denise, hello. It was great seeing you at Earth, and I see 3 Musketeers isn't in here. Wait, Pooch isn't in here. Nero, hey, oh, see you, Nero. I see you. Goodbye. It was great seeing you. You mentioned how bad the hinge is when the hinge didn't break on front of you, broke the door with your incompetence. Stop saying it's bad design when it's not. Thank you, Primus. Yeah, yes. And just to let you know, they sent me a whole nother machine that I also received today. So we'll play around with that one here maybe next week. But this is the filament runout sensor. I've got a little dinky thing PLA here. I mean, those little dinky ones of PLA, it's good for like the little Buddha, I'm guessing. We've got an extra nozzle, little PTFE tube there that's going to go in the hot end, our little USB stick. It's probably got some files and an install. I'm assuming it has a video on there. I just kind of follow the instructions here and get these assembled. And then all of our labeled bolts and tools. I'm very happy with how far we've come in the past handful of years when it comes to a 3D printer assembly and everything being just properly labeled and individually baggied here. It just makes your life significantly easier when it comes to installing things. Chuck! But pants on the dummy. Chuck, I am, at this point, never going to put pants on the dummy. Because it always is a hot topic, and I will let you guys in on a little secret. Every time someone comments in a YouTube video about the pants or no pants or lack thereof pants, it's engagement, and I love it. I love it. But seriously, I keep saying I'm going to throw my old Magneto costume on this guy or build something else for him. I originally was making a Doctor Doom set of armor and was going to slap it on there, but I need to do something there. Trogdor, you get this great content. Now get the tools. Trogdor, I did. Thank you. I ended up going with a DeWalt set. I was gonna get Milwaukee. I don't know how you people afford Milwaukee tools. Those things are insanely expensive. And if one of these things broke, or I lost it, or I don't know, left it outside in the rain, I would feel horrible. DeWalt at least is, you know, pretty good, but not gonna break my bank here. Oh wait, is this the old? It is the old chat. I'm looking at the wrong chat. That was the chat from the other thing. Oh my goodness. You guys, I am going crazy here. I am going crazy. Do you know what I was just doing? I had the old chat up. So I was reading old chat. I was wondering why it wasn't moving. Oh my gosh. Rick, sorry, I just scrolled back up. I will do a search for the Uncle Jessy meme and see if I can find that. All right, let's get going with this. Let's get going with this before my camera overheats, which apparently I should have done more research into on the Sony side of cameras before purchasing this one. But my camera that I'm using, it overheats after like an hour of use. So, yeah, man, ditto. The Milwaukee stuff is just insane. I don't know, like how people afford it. That's some crazy financial spending there for some tools. Aw, thanks, Jeff. Man, I can't believe I was just reading the wrong chat. I had the chat open from the last stream. My goodness. And to think, I made a coffee before starting this here. Hey, I've mentioned it before. I think I learned this from Joel, the 3D printing nerd. When assembling a printer, stick the one half off your table, and you can more easily get up under to put those bolts in. It makes your life slightly easier. Slightly easier. All right, let me not tighten that. Okay, and then spin this around. I'm gonna try not to break this printer, by the way. I have had a streak of printer luck. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, we did this the last time with the Neptune 4 Max. And because I just turned it on the side here, on this side of the printer is the voltage switch. And I have official, no. Man, I need my phone. I need the flashlight. I can't see if I switched it or not. What I think's happening is, yeah. Man, I can't get it to flip. It's like it's flipping plastic. It's like it's skipping over the plastic lip, and I've got to stick the tool in the hole to flip the switch. There we go. All right. The trick is you got to use a smaller Allen wrench, like a thinner Allen wrench, to get in there, and then there's like a little slot, a little notch, and you can pop it over. All right. Confirming that I've switched that to 115 because I am here stateside, and that's how we roll. That is how we roll. Does it come with spacers that you can replace the adjustment wheels? There are the 6 adjustable wheels on this as well. So just like on the Max had the adjustable wheels. So you are going to manually level it first and then do the auto leveling, which has worked. I've only leveled it the one time, which was on the live stream, and I've yet to level it again. So that's worked out really well on my end for my 4 Max. Let's get these installed again. We can get moving on here. Hello. Did I just see, what was that? Yeah, I did make sure the switch was labeled. I got that. I've gotta get in there with the flashlight and flip that on there. Yeah, I could get some chaps for the mannequin. I keep saying I'm gonna do like maybe I'll go into Nomad and design a leaf or something for it. We'll do something. We'll do something. I did see over on one of the Facebook groups, someone has designed a life-size articulating action figure mannequin. So it's got all the joints so that you can pose your mannequin. You can probably expect me to be printing that at some point here soon. Well, you know, after I get to the Magneto statue. Which I'll be starting back up on that. I'll be starting back up on that. Once I get caught up with everything. Magneto statue should be like the top priority of things. Thank you, everybody. Do a Spawn cosplay. Man, I love me some Spawn. I was really hoping that we would get that Spawn movie. There was rumors, I think, that Jamie Foxx was going to be involved, and it was going to be like a really dark, mysterious version with Spawn, which would have been really cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is definitely a good bit lighter than the 4 Max as well. Oh, thank you, David, for emailing me about the Sony camera. Okay, let's get the... yeah. So I did, just like the 3 Max, our 4 Max, I skipped the installation steps. I installed the frame first before installing the hot end. I find that to be a little bit easier here. The whole extruder assembly process is slightly easier once I have a place to actually mount this to. So I can move this here. We need the PM38. PM38. That sounds like a fun project. A life-size, I'm looking at as Magneto. Yes, I could get behind that. That thing is never happening. I swear the Magneto statue will come back at some point here. I get so sidetracked with projects, it's a little scary. Oh my God, Phil. Yes. So, shoot, who was that had the... So at Earth, someone had a Fallout power suit statue. And I thought it was just a statue, like fully 3D printed. I think they said it took like some ridiculous amount, like 70 spools of filament or something. I can't remember. But it was amazing. What was even crazier is you could remove the front panels of it, and it's actually wearable. The guy that made it could actually wear it. And I can't for the life of me remember who that was. If somebody remembers, please mention that in the profile comments here. Yeah, someone released some linear rails for the Neptune 4. I'm wondering if, like, I'm still wondering, I haven't heard anything. They had the Neptune X, right? If they were going to do that at some point here. Okay. So let me pay attention for 2 seconds to make sure I am installing this correctly. This is a very important step. A very important step. Okay, and then this goes like this. This goes like this. This goes like this. I've already installed this once. You'd think I'd know how to do this, right? Let's go for the bottom. the bottom mount. Okay. Did I get that? I got it. Boom. That's the way we do it. Hello. Hello. Okay. So, yeah. I actually have a very specific print I need to get going this evening on this. So I'm hoping we can get this set up and running so I can get this print going tonight, because I need it for the 4 Max. I had a print that needed a few parts, or 2 parts specifically. And I kind of want to print one of them here off of the 4 Plus, a smaller part. And my muscle memory, yeah, man, I'm getting old, folks. I can't remember these things so well. Thankfully, these are all pretty straightforward assemblies, except for when you can't remember where things go. And I also have not confirmed, but there's usually a video. They have like an assembly video that Elegoo does on the SD cards as well, which are great to walk through. They normally post those on YouTube as well, in case you, for whatever reason, might have deleted what was on the SD card. It also should come with a copy of Elegoo Cura, and have some profiles baked in for you to start with for these machines. You can also use those as starting points to copy over into other slicers if you don't like using Cura, like this guy, which is what I've done as well. So, and I know, because I was talking to Jeff, was mentioning Orca Slicer. I have installed that as of yesterday. So I'm gonna start playing around with Orca Slicer and looking to start making some profiles with that, because I really like the layout of that and find it really easy to work with, even compared to Prusa Slicer, which at times I find a little wonky. And there's definitely a few things in Orca Slicer when it comes to laying out files and how things are arranged, just finding it a little bit easier to work with. Okay. And, oh, by the way, I think when I downloaded Orca Slicer, I saw that there are already Neptune 4 Pro profiles that you can start with, which is exciting. So I haven't tried those out, but I'm going to test them out compared to my other profiles that I have on my Patreon for my Patreon members for the Neptune 4 Pro. It's actually just one and the same. But excited to see how those compare, and maybe I'll build out my profile on Orca Slicer. I'm not saying that I installed this wrong, but I installed it wrong. Orca Slicer flow calibration is great. Thank you. I will take a look at that. Is that where, is that the little line test that I think I've seen people post about before? Where it prints the, like, different rows of the filament, and then you can compare them to see which one had the best. That's got to be it. Yeah. That sounds like a flow calibration test to me. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to do is, so I've got all of my printers on these like heavy duty shop shelves in here that people use for storage, and I think I'm gonna go to all of my Neptune printers and remove these side plates and look into printing something that I can just mount this on the front, like on the front of my workbench or the shelves, so it takes up less horizontal space for the printers. Not that this takes up too much space, but It'll be like any extra room I can find here in the shop. Especially when it comes to having multiple printers next to each other, is a good thing. Okay, that's good. And then I can put the little Wi-Fi dongle on there in a second. I'll take this off. I didn't even take my time with that. I just ripped that sucker off. Okay. Yeah, put some magnets on the shelves. I mean, right? It's one big magnet on the back there, right? That's probably all I need to do. Will that just... No. It's not. Yeah, you're right. I just need to put a magnet on there. The magnet's in the holder, not in the case. All right, so let me try and... Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Oh, look at that. I can actually... You guys can't see it, sorry. I'm screwing in the Wi-Fi adapter here. Actually, I was able to almost do that with my hand. Was a lot easier than the last time. Is that... I can't tell if that's... This just spins. Can't tell if this is going to ever tighten. I feel like I've... Alright, there we go. It does. Okay. Cool. Can I compare the later Plus and Max to see the real difference? Yeah, I actually, this evening, I have a... well, it's going to be a little difficult for me, I should say, because the default that the full, like all of the Neptunes come with is a 0.4 nozzle, including the 4 Plus and the 4 Max come with a 0.4 nozzle on there. On my 3 Max and my 3 Plus, I've swapped out the 0.4 nozzle for a 0.6 nozzle, and I'm not going to swap them back because I'm too lazy. But I will do a print compare. I will, spoiler alert, let you know that even with a 0.6 nozzle on the Neptune 3 machines, they're printing faster than, excuse me, the Neptune 4s are printing faster than my Neptune 3s with a 0.6 nozzle. Man, why was that was so hard for me to say, get my mind wrapped around. So the faster machines are indeed faster, even though they have a smaller nozzle diameter. They're still able to print faster than the machines that I have with the larger diameter nozzles, and just cranking out prints there. So, high void warranties with 4 Pro does not have level wheels. I don't know what that was, but cool. Oh no. Yeah, moving is not fun. Okay, so I've got the Wi-Fi installed. This is installed. Let's install the spool handle here. Oh my god, this is so much easier. On the Neptune 4 Max is a little, when you have it up on a table, it's a little higher up, so a little bit more difficult to get to. Let's see here. That was that. This is, what am I looking for here? The 418. The 418. The 418. Okay. And then we'll get this, we're close to getting this thing going here. Oh man. I was hoping this had the drawer in the front. It doesn't. The Neptune 4 Max has a nice big drawer in the front for storing all your goodies. Extra nozzles, your tools, dropping bolts on the tabletop here. Yeah, too bad you can't upload. I've wondered that, is like, it would be great to be able to upload pictures to this, but I could see how that could very quickly become an issue. An unmanageable issue of bad things being posted. All right, let me see if I can line this up. No, no. Okay. Nope. There we go. Sorry, folks. This is the boring part. Me bolting stuff down and having to pay attention to that. Ooh, Faculty D20. I need to check that out. I love me a good Millennium Falcon. Oh, so here's something random for y'all that I'm excited to hopefully show off in the next week or so. I'm going to be picking up a Quest 3 next Tuesday. I think it's next Tuesday when it comes out, the 10th. And getting back into, or getting, trying it back out with VR 3D modeling. So I've got the Quest 2, and it's good, and it works really well, especially when you have it plugged into a computer and you're using some of the 3D modeling applications from your computer that are powering it directly to the VR headset. But it's like the vision on the Quest 2, I was getting really nauseous really easily, where if I wasn't exactly focused straight ahead, everything else was kind of blurry. And I've heard that the Quest 3 is the peripheral view is a lot better on that. It's just a lot clearer on that. So I'm looking forward to trying that out. Where's my Earth vid? I have not had a chance to edit anything. I've had Pooch. Pooch just left yesterday. And so that was the first evening that I was able to like just relax and hang out with the family and stuff. So hopefully this weekend, I'm going to try and crank something out maybe tomorrow. I'll get that edited and up on Sunday. Which will be really fun. But I do have a bunch of clips on there. I realized on the drive home that I never recorded a proper like ending to the video, so I need to record something here. I've just got a lot of random clips from the show, but it was such an awesome show, and was really excited to see everybody. And I'm still upset that I didn't get upstairs to see a lot of the cool maker projects that were upstairs. Let me plug this in. Let's get all this wired up here. Can't remember, did that go over? No, it goes under and in, like so. Man, I need to lower this just slightly. Okay. Let's get this powered on and going. Sorry for the horrible angle here for you guys. For you all. Let me plug that into there. Like so. And then I was oh my gosh. I was almost again wondering, where does this cable go? And it goes to the fan. I just haven't installed the fan yet. So I need to wait and install the fan. And that will be good. Okay. And then I should install this as well. How did I do this again? There we go. I'll put that in backwards. That's how we do things. Backwards. Okay. I was also informed that I'm supposed to be using the taped section for this, but you know, we do things differently here. We do things a little rogue. Oh yeah, Jeff. It'll actually be interesting to see. I'm interested to see how, like, if this unit comes with it as well. So on the Neptune 4 Max, I'll explain this in my video as well that I hopefully will have. I wanted to have it this weekend, but I want to get some more prints done, so it'll probably be early next week, the Neptune 4 Max video, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday. But when I initially got it and had everything printing, when it was doing the homing, there's no sensors on the bed. So it's not detecting anything like where to stop, or when it's homing left to right here, normally there's a little like a little stopper, a sensor there, and there's not. And so what it's doing is inside the clipper functionality, it can detect the force or whatever it is, like that it's hitting something, and then it should stop, and then it's homed. But what was happening was you'd hear it grinding for a split second, and then it would stop. And that's where the firmware update came into play that immediately took care of that, where it's no longer on my Max making any of the noise there. So that was a fun one to find out at first, because I was like, this doesn't sound normal. It shouldn't be grinding like that. So yeah, there was a firmware update that was needed on that. So hopefully before these are all officially shipping out, they'll have those firmware updates already on the machines, and we'll find out here very quickly if this is the same thing on the Neptune 4 Plus. All right, so I need to install the rods. It's great that these come with the rods as well. So these are the 4/8 rods here. I need the longer and the shorter. Shorter up top. Hi. Yeah, it's an interesting. I mean, that's the first. I want to say it's the first time that I've used a printer that's like that, but I honestly I could be wrong. Sometimes I'm just not paying attention to what all the functionality is that's on some of the machines that are floating around out there. And again, I'm not too familiar with the whole. Still not too familiar with the whole clipper thing. I know how to now send my files to the printer, start jobs from the printer, how to level the bed from my computer. So there's all sorts of fun, crazy things that you can do in that interface. But one of the cool things was, again, it had the input shaping. So it was doing like it does the vibration tests on your Neptune printer. Let's see. All right, trying to quickly get through this. What time is it? 53. Man, we didn't even get to the print. I'm doing too much yapping here. Too much yapping. Okay. That is in. Tighten this down. Okay. That is good. And then put the fan on. 450. It's got to be the one that has the. Here we go. I was like, there's got to be this one. There's no other screws left. Got this. And then it should be straight into here, like so. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward assembly. Especially if you're not talking the whole time. Oops. I swear, man, I never get the right Allen key. Okay, there is one. And there is two. There is three. Okay, and then we can plug this last cable in up top. Just joking. Why's that not plugging in? There we go. Okay. And then, how's the bed? Ooh, there's a nice solid heated pad on the bottom here as well. Man, that is nice. Is that on all the other Neptune printers? Is it just me? Am I just noticing this for the first time? This has like a really nice padded, heated pad insulation on the bottom here. I don't think the other Neptune printers have that. Maybe the 4 Max does, and I just never noticed it. All right, let's get this thing plugged in and fired up. How are we doing? Wheels, that's a little loose. Bed is not wobbly. That's not wobbly. How's the belts? That's good. Oh, maybe tighten that a little bit. Sounds good. I think we're good. All right, let's plug this in and get it fired up. Yeah, it's on the 4 Max. Yeah. It's, my 4 Max is across the room on the ground. It finished the print as we were starting this stream up. All right, let me plug all this stuff back in here. Garbage. Oh, I need this as well. Okay, the Neptune 3 has it as well. Yeah, it wasn't like, it just feels like it's like extra. It seems like a really thick heated pad under there. I am going to confirm this. I will look into this and see, because I do not feel like the Neptune 3s have something like that. Okay. System is good. Let's do a little preheat thing. Double check that that's working. All right, by the way, so let me see. It is doing it. So the other crazy thing about the Neptune 4 Max, that's also the same here on the Neptune 4 Plus, is I just hit preheat and I'm already at 110, 120, 130. The heat up for the hot end is so much faster than the older Neptune printers. That's incredible. It's 180, 190, 200. It just goes so fast. I love that. I love that. All right, let's oh shoot, I need to level the bed. First things first, I should probably level the bed. Confirm. I'm not going to do my normal tighten the wheels down, even though I probably should. It's good. Okay, sorry, I was just looking into things here. Yeah, I mean it's crazy quick how fast that heats up compared to the other Neptune printers. I mean, I know there's other machines out there that have similar functionality. It's just awesome to see it on a budget machine like this that's not $1,000. The Neptune 3 Pro does not have the padded bed. Dave, thank you. I would like an Elegoo phone. Hello, yes? I need at least 2 pizzas and an order of wings. Okay. Let's see. Let's do the manual bed leveling. Hold. I don't have my piece of paper here anymore. My leveling instruction paper here is actually my Loki assembly crowns. So the horn crowns, this is for when people buy those off of Etsy. Here is a way that explains how to assemble them, or at least finish them if you're interested in sanding, painting, and all that other good stuff with them. So yeah, let's do the leveling here. Let's go to the front corner. What's on the table? Oh, spool table, spool holder. Thank you. Yeah. I would have noticed that. I would have eventually noticed that. I do not like how much slack that had there. Let me adjust that. Okay. I have been 3D printing for many a years now, and I still, to this day, have trouble remembering what direction I need to spin the little wheels in. No, I have not. I'm watching it after the stream. I'm going home and watching it with my son. We are super excited to watch some new Loki. I'm very excited. I have like stayed off of TikTok. I love TikTok, but it is the absolute worst because immediately spoilers will be everywhere for movies and shows. There we go. I had a wire that was getting caught. Okay. So I'll do a quick, yeah, I know. You know, you'd figure I just remember the motions of how these are supposed to slide, but no. Oh, also, I did get I saw Chuck Hellebeck, Chep, at Earth, and he gave me one of his new E-levelers, so I should try that out with one of these when it comes to the manual leveling process here. But I mean, when it comes to these, you just kind of, it doesn't have to be pinpoint accurate. You just need it somewhat level. Hey, no worries, man. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, that's good. That the auto level is 121 points. Dear Lord. That, we'll have to test and see how long that takes. Is that pre or post? Is that on this firmware or on the release firmware? 121 points. That's some excellent data. Oop. There we go. Oop, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. I mean, is this what you guys plan on doing this Friday? Watching some guy use a piece of paper to level his bed? I swear you built that printer in 2 seconds. Okay, this is good. Let's go into confirm. I mean, it did just home there for Jeff. It homed for a second, and it did make the little. It's much better than my max was. So, well, there we go. It did it again there. So maybe it does need the firmware update. So it's like a slight grinding that you'll hear there. But after that firmware update, it's like a super soft. It's almost like it just senses a very slight. Yeah. All right. So it's going to do the whole leveling thing. Yeah, this is the Neptune 4 Plus, which is up for pre-order over on Elegoo's website. There's a link pinned in the comments here if you're interested in that, which is also an affiliate link that helps out the channel here. Thank you. Helps put a little food on the table, so to speak. And it is 121 points of leveling that it's going to go through. It's pretty quick. We're already at, that's 11 right there. So it should only take a minute or two, maybe 3. But yeah, it's $350. The build volume for this is 320 by 320 by 385 millimeters high. LED lights built into this, both on the top and the side. It has Ethernet capability here, so you can plug this in and manage it that way, or Wi-Fi. And again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. My Neptune 4 Max, the Wi-Fi setup on this thing is stupidly easy. You pick which network, you enter in the password, that's it. It gives you an IP address. Jump on your computer, type in the browser that IP address, and you've got access to the printer via the Klipper interface. And for me, sending, so I can slice my files in whatever slicer I'm using, generates a G-code file, and then I can upload it directly to the printer, and it's like seconds. It's honestly amazing. That is in itself just stupidly awesome that you'll definitely be hearing me talk a good bit about on the video for the Neptune 4 Max earlier next week. So let's see here. Hello. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Jeff, get in there and appreciate it. Yes, it is running Klipper. I don't know offhand which iteration of Klipper. I honestly am not the person you want to talk to about Klipper. I barely know what I'm doing here. Yes, see, Jeff, you know. I'm just looking at the menu here. I'm just looking at the menu here. I don't have the fans on. I'm gonna kick the fan on into the on position. It's talking about the auto leveling, using the paper first, and then printing a model. Oh, you know what we'll use? Yeah, I've got the green filament right here. So this test model, what we'll end up doing is finding whatever benchy. I'm assuming there's gonna be a fast benchy on here. I don't know how fast it's gonna be. We'll take a look at it and see. But I'm gonna use their new neon green filament here. It's just green, but it should be neon green because this is like a stupidly vibrant green. I actually enjoy the super soft grinding. Yeah, it was the first time I did with my Neptune 4 Max. Definitely had initially like the grind. It was much more noticeable than what I'm seeing on this. Like it was a for a second and then it stops. After the firmware update, it's like a tap and it stopped, which is great. So I think there must be just something in the Klipper settings to account for that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how technically all of this magic works. I just like printing the cool stuff. Of course, I don't have my laptop plugged in as well, which is great. Yeah, I'll definitely be posting some profile. I've still got to refine my Neptune 4 Max profile. Like I mentioned before, I'm already starting to take a look at the not Soft Fever. That's the company that does it. It's Orca Slicer. Sorry, I have it up on my computer. So playing around with that. So next week I'm going to be playing around with that more, and at some point here next week or in the next week after that, I'll probably be releasing a profile for the Max. The good news is, in general, like similar properties on the Max I can use on the Plus for the most part. So once I have that for the Max, it should be just a matter of tweaking it slightly for the Plus in most cases. At least it's worked fairly well for me. The print house. Is it locked down Klipper? Jeff would know. I don't. No, Jeff in the chat here. Nope, wide open. Perfect. I literally had no idea what that meant. Is it locked down Klipper? I was like, no, I'm in there. I'm in there clicking around and probably shouldn't be clicking on some of the things that are in there. But what's cool is like you don't need to, if you're like me and maybe feel a little intimidated by it, you don't have to use that. You can just go directly through the front interface of the printer here. And by the way, it's still doing the 121 point auto leveling, and we're at 0.88 right now. So it is, it might take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that for this to complete. Yeah, is it the 42 point? No, it's 121 points of leveling. I think 42 was on the Neptune 3s, maybe? No, as far as I know, I have been on the hunt for some other nozzle options, and waiting to see what I can find. I think it's so new that it's not there yet, and it is a different nozzle than the other machines. It's similar to a Volcano nozzle, but not the same, so I'm not entirely sure. Waiting to see what I can find on it, and we'll definitely be posting some updates on the additional nozzles. It does come with a spare 0.4. I wish it came with a 0.6. It looks like the cable could get in the way. I don't know if I have this. I don't think I have it slacked out enough, to be honest. There we go. There we go. Yeah. It is a 22.5 millimeter Volcano. Ah, all right. I am writing that down. 22.5 millimeter Volcano in my notes. Thank you, sir. Jonathan, yeah, the Max review. It's not a review since it'll be sponsored, but I will give you guys my honest feedback in it, as I do. Definitely some things that I wish were different, like the nozzle there. You'll definitely be hearing me talk about it. On a machine like the Max, I wish it came with a 0.6 nozzle, not the 0.4. And I have been saying that to Elegoo for over, I think, a year now when the Max came out and the Plus came out. But yes, early next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll have that video up. All right, pay attention to the distance of the nozzle and the thickness can change the Z offset. Perfect. Hi. Yeah, I have pretty much profiles for most of the Neptune printers over on the Patreon. Definitely the Neptune 4s and the Neptune 3s. The 3 Max and the 3 Plus are all on there. I don't have 0.8 profiles, but I've got 0.4 and 0.6, I believe. Nope. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the offset. And then I'll save this and we'll get a print started. Come on. There we go. It's starting to touch. Maybe a little too much. That's good. I want a little contact there with the paper. All right, so it's saving. Then let's get a file printing. Hear what this thing sounds like. I'm doing this. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. I couldn't see. I couldn't see where I was plugging that thing into. Oh, here we go. Whoops. Let me not lose the tube and the nozzle here. Set this to the side. Okay, let me move this up. Prepare. We want to move by 10. I want to move that up. Okay, let's start the preheat. Oops, oops. I don't know why I'm doing this backwards when I can just take this off the thing. All right, preheating PLA. Let's bump that up to 220. And let's see if I got a file in here. Nice, an 18-minute benchy. Okay, let's load this up. Okay, we're gonna do this in neon green because this might be my new color. I honestly, if they did a purple, like a super vibrant purple, I would love that. All right, there we go. Click to pin. All right, let's start this benchy up. Grab that little stray. Yeah, time to set sail with the benchy. All right, so did you hear that? There's like a little bumping. A little bumping. I'm gonna adjust the camera for you guys. For you all. For you all. How's my camera feeling? Hot. Oof. Can I, let's adjust the white balance here. Sorry. I'm on the fly adjusting the white balance of the camera, and it's, this is driving me nuts. It was so yellow. So I went too far. All right, there it goes. And there's the fan. There we go. Oh man, how delayed is that? Okay, there we go. Somebody should have told me my hair was absolutely crazy. I would have put on a hat. That is flying. Flying. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Let me lower this. Oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry, and it's gonna vibrate like crazy because this thing's printing now. Yeah, my Sony camera, it overheated. So we're just gonna rock the webcam here, and hopefully you guys can hear me and see everything here. Apologies, but it's no audio. Can you hear the audio now? Okay. Oh my gosh. We got audio. Holy moly. My table is shaking like crazy, by the way. That Benchy's looking a little rough, but it's printing. Holy smoke. I probably should have done the input shaping test on this. Holy cow. Should have left the hat off. I know. As soon as I go put the hat on, my camera overheats. No, it's this Sony camera, man. They, apparently, a few of these cameras, they basically don't have internal fans or whatever it is, and they overheat pretty easily. What I love about the Elegoo Benchies as well, it's not like a, one of those speed Benchies or anything like that, race boat, where it's like, I don't know. It's just a Benchy. It's just the Benchy file. I can see the end fill. It looks like it's, I don't know, like a 8% end fill or something like that. Maybe 2 walls. I don't know. Yeah, I should use the printer fan. I should take one of the other printers, take that fan off, and mount it to the camera. That's a great idea, actually. I put my Neptune 3 Max on a $35 Walmart table. Now that, yeah, I would agree. That is some shaking. I tend to leave my Max printers on the ground. Man, this thing is flying. This, honestly, again, I think I'm very excited about the Max. The Max is just enormous. It's so enormous, and it's great for printing really big things. The Plus might be the one, like, this should be able to print most of the helmets that I'm looking to print, or a lot of the cosplay pieces that I'm looking to print. It's a little bit cheaper than the other one, but yeah, this thing is flying here. All right, now I've got to get another print going, and I'm wondering how long. So once this ends, I've got to fire up this next print. That's for my Max video, but I wanted to print it on the Plus, like a part of it on the Plus. And I'm wondering how fast it is going to be to print. Zarnathis. Yeah, the Max and more than likely the Plus is also, at least my iterations of them, because I've got them so early, are going to need a firmware update. When it does the homing, since there's no sensors on the X and Y, it should sense like a slight tap and automatically stop it. But with my Max, it was doing a gentle grinding. The Plus was certainly a lot easier on the grinding, so you'd hear it go click for a second and then it would stop. But the firmware update completely resolved that. By the way, I'm holding my laptop and I keep almost dropping it here. Johnny, man, please don't bring that up. I've been pretty good with my Elegoo printers. However, I did break my one of the Mars 4 Ultras. I got resin stuck and cured inside one of the screw ports. I still need to get that screw out. Yeah, this Benchy's looking a little rough. I'll show you guys when it finishes, but it says it's 35% done, and I think it's got 12 minutes left on the Benchy. And this is, again, the new Elegoo Rapid Neon Green filament there. One other trick for these, for fast printing, is orientation. When this is done, you'll likely see quality differences on the left side compared to the right side. Ah, yeah, due to the cooling fan. Randy, that's a great call out as well. I've always wondered, like, especially on the bed slingers, wouldn't it make more sense for the Benchy to be printing front to back, not left to right? Damn, thing's moving. No, I just got the Sony camera. Don't do that. Then thank you. It wasn't necessary. Yeah, I do love this new camera. The new Sony camera I got, I'm like in loving. I'm loving. Yours needed work on the eccentric nuts. No, my bed was solid. I might need to adjust this eccentric nut on the side here. It did seem like it was a little loose. No, it's tight. It's super tight right now. I can't spin it. JD, let's not talk about the life-size Magneto, my man. But don't, seriously. I promise I will be getting an update on the life-size Magneto here at some point soon. Hopefully before the end of the year. Yeah, Chep's leveler is awesome. His original one, and he's got a new one. So that's what I want to test out, is the new one. Maybe how that works with better leveling machines like this, which would be really cool. Have I heard of the Magneto X? Yes, I have, and I saw that at Earth. It was pretty cool. Mark is a super awesome dude over at the Piopoli team, so excited to see that in action and up and printing. Oh, does the link not work for anyone else? No! Oh, it should work. The link should work. Freaking me out over here. Freaking me out over here. Hold on. I lost my pop-up window. Great. I lost the chat window. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Restore chat. Pop out chat. There we go. My goodness. Just not enable probe Z calibration. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, two-headed panther. The Elegoo machines really are like one of the reasons why I love them is the quality's great, but the affordability is a great option. I mean, you don't have to spend $1,000, $800, $600 to get into 3D printing for like what is this 250, 350? Yeah, 350 for the Neptune 4 Plus to get started with that, or the Neptune 4s are like even easier to work with because they're smaller and can typically, you'll just have less to do when it comes to the leveling and all that other fun stuff. And we'll see if we can finish this before my my camera overheated, my laptop battery's about to die. It said I've got 10 minutes left, or 10% left. I'm adjusting the brightness on my screen. Is the filament looped? No, it's through the sensor there. Hello from New York, Mr. in Philippines. I'd love to go to the Philippines one day. Let's see. Okay, oh sorry, you can't even see. You're like looking at me. I just saw the camera. There we go. So this is still going. I'm going to put this, just so you can get a sense of how this is shaking. That's my laptop. Put directly on the table. Oh my goodness. There is 6 minutes left on this benchy. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Let's see. No charge cable in sight for the laptop. No. Oh, sorry, there is. Hold on. Yeah. I just spotted it. I have battery power. Yeah, here we go. Definitely a lot of ribbing on that benchy, but it's moving. What does it say it's printing at? Oh yeah, it's printing at 500 millimeters a second. No. So it's jumping between, what's it, 113, 189, 500, 180, 100. Yeah. Just because your printer can print at 500 doesn't necessarily mean I would recommend printing at 500 millimeters a second. Oh, the nozzle. I didn't even realize that. The nozzles for the 4 Pro, the Plus, and the Max are all the same. That's great. Yeah, ringing. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on with that benchy, but we'll see. Does it have power recovery? I believe it does have power. I think all of the most recent past few years of Neptunes have had power recovery, so it should be good. No. I didn't. Did I compare it to the nozzle? I thought the tips were slightly different than the 4 Pros, I think. I'll take another look at it and see. Working on that upper part there. Oh my God. Hold on, let me see if this is. Camera is still overheated. See if I can do one of these. go. We're back in business. We're back in business, baby. Back in business, baby. Hold on. There we go. And then let's get off the MacBook and go back to the camera. Audio. Save. Yeah, there we go. Hey, everybody. We're back. I had a brilliant idea. I could swap the battery on the camera to see if that helps with the overheating, and that, I believe, did the trick. So you can see it's moving. I mean, the Benchy looks decent. It's decent. It's not the best looking Benchy I've ever seen. It's not the worst looking Benchy I've ever seen. But I mean, for something moving this fast at 500 millimeters a second, 200 millimeters a second now, jeez Louise. Thing is just hauling. Yeah, there's the jet noise. Yeah, adjust your audio as needed. No, I just swapped the batteries, so that, I mean, it worked, I think. I can't tell. At least you're not seeing the laptop camera shake anymore. Just the table, violently. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if it's the battery that's overheating. It says it's the camera that's overheating, but maybe it's the because even when people have said that they've got the dummy batteries plugged in so that they don't need to have the, you know, they just having it wired to the camera, it still overheats. All right. 1 minute left. It's just doing the little tube on the top there. Oh man, Randy, I would love to get power recovery on resin printers. Would be really cool. Yeah, odds world. The standard Neptune 4 is like a phenomenal machine. I have a very hard time. Like, I don't know if I could spot the difference between a print that came off of the Neptune 4 versus the 4 Pro. No, Jesus, I'm running in 1080 on the. I set it to 1080 on the camera to try and keep it cooler versus the 4K. Nerd guys, hey man, what's going on, dude? I'm doing good. Excited to watch some Loki after this. Oh, and it just finished. 18 minutes. 18-minute Benchy has finished. Return. Hold on. I'm dropping everything. Yeah, it was printing at 5. It was bouncing all over the place between 500 millimeters a second to like 200 to 120 or something like that I could see on the screen. But it would definitely max out at 500. This has got to be like the highest settings that they're using for that. But yeah, let's take this off and take a look. Ooh. You know what? The front looks a little... There's some ribbing. Let's see if it'll... I'm going to cover my face. There you go. There's some ribbing on the front of the boat. It's a little hard to see, the green. But, yeah, that's not bad. For an 18-minute Benchy, that's really not bad. Let's see. A little stringing there. Here's the one side compared to the other. So this was the side that was facing... This side was facing the fan. This side was non-facing the fan. But not bad. Not bad. Let me adjust the... See if I can make it a little darker so you can see it a little better. I mean, not horrible, not bad, not the best. I mean, it's pretty decent for an 18-minute benchy. I'm fairly happy. Hold on. I'm rarely gonna be printing. I'm rarely gonna be. Let me see if I can reach over and adjust my camera here. Oh, my tripod's locked. Hold on. I didn't want to move. Here we go. Yeah, I rarely, just because these can print at 500 millimeters a second, I will rarely ever print that fast. 250, 200 is typically what I'm going to be printing at for most of these to get good quality prints. If you're wanting to do some really rough test prints for fitting or sizing, that's, printing at 500, that's a perfect example. Just crank that out super fast. Don't care about the quality so much. That's a great way to do that. But yeah, this is the Neptune 4 Plus, linked in the comments there above in the comment section. It is $350. I will have a video up on this here doing a whole bunch of prints. If you follow me on Twitter or TikTok, I will be probably posting some of the prints there over the next handful of days, week or so. But I should have my Neptune 4 Max video up probably on Tuesday or Wednesday. I just need to get some more prints finished up on that, and that's about it. I need to jet out of here. The print has finished. I gotta go home and watch Loki Season 2. I need to get a print started here and a print started over there before I head out of here. Hey, thanks again. Jeff, thank you so much for hanging in here and answering some questions for everybody, especially on the clipper stuff, because I am not a clipper person. I don't know what I'm doing in there. Hey, thanks again, everybody. I want to do my exit video where I'm like, hey, thanks again, everybody. I'll see you next time. But yeah, it's a stream. I can't do that. All right, I'm ending the stream. I got to hit the button here. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend.